So the question of the day is, do you know where to spend your time or invest your time to grow your business 2 to 10x? I find that most of the business owners that we consult with oftentimes don't have a good plan for their time. They're oftentimes reacting to the tyranny of the urgent. They're not focused on the high leverage activities. They're oftentimes working in their business rather than working on their business. And if you don't work on your business, you're likely not going to accelerate the progress of it growing. So where are the times, or what time are you spending working on your business? And do you know what specifically to invest your time in to grow sales, revenue, profitability 2 to 10x in the next 3 to 5 years? The thing that I love to do first is that I love to analyze where is the most valuable activities that I can invest my times, my talents, my gifts, my experience, my expertise. If you were to identify the top 3 to 4 things, max, no more than 3 to 4 activities, what are the things that you would say are the most profitable activities that lead to growing your business? For me personally, I have found that there's 4 specific categories that I try to focus all of my efforts, and I try to delegate, delete, and delay anything that doesn't match up with these 4 categories. So in my world, it's leading, networking, creating, and communicating. If I'm not doing one of those 4 things, I'm probably not leveraging my talents, gifts, and abilities and not getting the most out of my time. How about you? What are the top 4 things that you know that if you invest your time in these areas, you're going to maximize your talents, maximize your gifting, maximize your opportunities, and your business will grow? Once you do this and you identify your highest payoff activities, or what we would call high leverage activities, then you can begin to look at all of the other things that you're doing. One of the best exercises that you can do as an entrepreneur is to go through and keep an inventory. You know how when people are trying to eat healthier, they keep track of their nutrition. They keep track of the food and drinks that they consume as a form of measurement. The great quote, whatever gets measured gets done. The same thing can go for you. If you were to track all of your activities in 15-minute increments for at least 1 week, 2 weeks maybe, you would have a really good idea of where you were spending your time. It may be a little bit of unbalance just because it's one particular week or 2 weeks out of a month or it's a season. But if you identify where you're spending your time and you begin to identify how much time am I really spending working on my business and growing my business? And my experience is it's probably less than 10% of your time. If you have 168 hours in a week, you're probably spending less than 16 hours working in that area of genius or that area of opportunity that's going to really have the biggest impact. If you're working 60 hours a week, maybe it's 6 hours. But when you look at your total available capacity to grow your business and the time that you have in a 1 week period of time, you want to identify how much time can I work on the things that are going to give me the biggest return on my investment. Once you begin to identify those things, then you can begin to identify all the other areas that you are spending time in, but you're not getting a good return on the investment. And the first thing you want to do is delete the time traps. Delete the things that are wasting your time. And some of that stuff may be things that you enjoy doing, but it's not something that's actually growing the business. And you may have to sacrifice things that you enjoy doing to really spend time focusing in on the high leverage or the high payoff activities. And then look at things that you could do that could also be done later and delay those activities. Or you can choose to delegate activities to other people, whether that be delegating it to a vendor, delegating it to a staff member, delegating it to a third party, delegating it to your family. There are certain things that you can do to delegate away from your calendar and invest in other people to do the things that are lower payoff activities that you don't want to spend your time in because it's not going to help you to achieve your mission or achieve your vision. So my question for you today is, what are your highest payoff activities? What are the 3 or 4 things that when you do these 3 or 4 things, you grow your business? I'd love to see it in the comments, and I would love to challenge you to focus on working on your business in the next 30 days for a minimum of 10 hours. If you break down 2.5 hours a week and you invest 2.5 hours, you could choose how you divide it up on an individual day basis or week basis, but 2.5 hours of working on your business. thinking critically about your mission, your vision, your plan. What are the strategies, the tactics, and the tools? Who are the people that you need to partner with, or who are the people that you need to bring into your organization to help you to grow it? 10 hours a month. If you spend that 10 hours, I promise you, you'll get a huge return on investment. Think about what the return on your investment would be if you spent 10 hours working on your business, focusing in on high leverage, things that are going to help you to scale and grow. Imagine what the payoff would be. If you got 10 hours invested in 30 days, would you get a 10 times return, 100 times, 1,000 time return in a 1 year period of time? My experience is that when you plant those seeds, you reap a huge harvest. You just got to trust that process and know where to spend those 10 hours. And if you have more questions, comments down below, we'd love to see your feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Have a great day, everybody.